We are in the so-called rock and roll capital of the world, Cleveland, Ohio, at First Energy Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Cleveland Browns. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27.
It's a gain of 48 yards.
I think that typically we expect teams to save their home run plays for later in the game when they feel like they have an advantage over a defense. But in this case, they thought they had the advantage right away and took the shot on the first play of the game and completed it successfully.
Looking for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The Browns D locked in on 3rd down, brings up 4th.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
McCann's kick up and good.
Is good.
Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb.
The pass.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he's able to Take this one up to the 35-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run good for 24 yards.
At the 41-yard line.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Again, he'll drop to throw. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Buying time to his left. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
He goes full extension, and he's got it. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
On 1st down, Chubb going to get forward for only about a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
27-yard line.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
No gain on the
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the Jets defense making things difficult there. 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And this one is right through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
He's tackled at the
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt. Back deep for the Browns, Antonio Callaway. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Here's a quick throw out left. That's caught. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. 11 yards there, first down. On the RPO, that's complete right side. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on first.
6-yard pickup brings up second and
the ball on the 30. Here's second and 4. He'll take a shot here for Hooper downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. That's out to the left and complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Back to throw now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down. Four minutes to play here in quarter number 2. And incomplete on the deep ball. Antonio Callaway, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
The Browns on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Intercepted by the Jets.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
7 yards, the pickup there.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
A first catch for the man leading the NFL in receiving yards in this first month. And a first down to boot. Coming up on 3 minutes left in the half in a 3-3 ball game. Just a pair of field goals to this point. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Going to throw right side here. Complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
By the Jets.
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
46-yard line.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Mike, 53. 50.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Slam. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. And Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. And Mike Tomlin going to roll up the sleeves here and say, let's go for it on 4th.
Mike, 53. Mike. Here we go.
They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
That's good.
Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. That's taken in by Callaway. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards, the final tally.
That's the end.
I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Under 10.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 45-yard line. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Well, this is Callaway on the receiving end. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
38-yard line.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 31. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in the running back's hands, oh, that's football for me. Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball. But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those. But the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off inside the 10. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. That was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. 7 yards, the pickup there.
7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now the second down throw on target. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
83.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete.
One of the feature points of the end route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
A throw down the field, caught by his running back. 23 yards the pickup there.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, New York.
And that'll set him back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They're going to look to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great play there. With his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3.
Makes the score Jets 17. Browns 3. Tucker McCann.
McCann's got it teed up. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
57, Mike, 57. Coming in. Check smash.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 26 yards on the play there. And it'll give him a fresh set of downs. Flush to his right. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10.
That's the score. Jets 17. Browns 10.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. The Jets on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football.
And look at this. It's a fake. And this is caught. And the fake will work. He's going to have a first down. So they get the first down. Maybe not a huge play in terms of yardage, but the fake punt does the job. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Credit that break up to Greedy Williams.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Keep it deep. Keep it deep. Check, 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 check. Shoot. Back to shoot. Check.
They'll look to throw here. And he comes back with one complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 37-yard line. They'll look to throw. And that one complete to Stephon Sullivan.
The pass.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
The ball carrier.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. He'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
The tackle made at
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Here's a 2nd and 7. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. So they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Got Hooper on the short connection. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
It's now 4th down.
He'll look to throw.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jets are going to get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit.
You thought you had it.
And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
18, Jets, 17.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
5-yard line. The Jets take over 1st and 10. at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. He's back to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Deep ball. Greedy Williams on the coverage.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. A little insult to injury here late in the game. This will be a 37-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the turn.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Final score, Browns 20.
Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the 4th quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
They will definitely feel like that because when you have a lead in the 4th quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over,